Respected dear friends, welcome. Good that we are joining together in a simple manner, trying to open up Srimad Bhagavad Gita's wisdom as given by Lord Krishna. A bird's eye view, a little idea, understanding we are getting. More and more comes when we deeply permeate through your contemplation into the deeper meanings of it. And then actual benefit of Gita comes when we live life according to the training given by Gita. So good, at least we are listening. I congratulate you and I appreciate and I pray to the Lord, to the Gita Acharya, Lord Krishna, to Gita Mata, Vyasa Bhagavan, and all gurus that to you and me give such ability, subtlety to go deeply and understand every aspect of Gita and implement in our life, get a full maximum benefit of it for our outer success and also our inner peace and innermost discovery of the true self. Welcome. Let's have today to our three programs of Bhagavad Gita, the common sense thought, as well as the 12th shloka of Sri Saraswati Stotram. We have more 14 or 15 of them. So in 2 or 3 days, if it is over, we go for the next one. So let us start with our prayer as every day. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let us chant Durga Suktam today in one sequence, maybe after a couple of months. Each of these Suktams also we will learn. One Suktam in 4 or 5 days, where two or three lines will be explained to you. Maybe after this Suktam itself, this Stotram, I may try. Let us see. ॐ जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा नावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टां दुर्गां देवीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा पूश्च पृथ्वी बहुला न उर्वी भवातोकायतनयाय संयोः विश्वानिनो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुन्न नावा दुरितातिपर्षि अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृह्णानोऽस्माकं बोध्यविता तनूनां पृतनाजितं सहमानमुग्रमग्निकं हुवेम परमात् सधस्तात् स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा क्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः रत्नोषि कमीढ्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होतानव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं विप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमा यजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णो रनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोक इह मादयन्ताम् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Be immersed in these divine chantings, dear friends, so that tune to that divinity and get the divinity to protect oneself from all the undivine inner and outer things. These chantings done regularly give tremendous amount of immense amount of benefits to us in many ways. Best of all is divinizing, purifying our inner personality, in which the divine reveals the divinity as well as all wisdom required to live a decent outer life also. Now, among our three programs today, the first one is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are into the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga. So in the first two, three topics, we have seen Bhagavan revealing his knowledge to Arjuna and telling him to be prepared with these two things. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate. Then do the six types of upasana or bhajana. Machitaah madgata pranaah vodayanta parasparam katayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti. To such people, what Bhagavan assured of giving? One, Buddhi Yogam. Second, lighting the knowledge of the self to remove the ignorance and delusions. Ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atma bhavastaha jnana deepena bhasvata. Then Arjuna's praise of the Lord, Param Brahma, Parandham, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashwatam, Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam Vibhum. See that nine qualities. Having praised Lord like that, it's all Bhagavan's nature only. Then he asks ki, give me the details of your vibhutis with which you are permeating in this world, using whose upasana, doing the upasana which I am able to qualify myself to realize your own presence everywhere by your grace. These vibhutis are continuation of what Bhagavan gave, the six of the sadhanas. चित्ता मद्गत प्राणाह, ये छह चीजें हमको एक एक विभूति में अप्लाई करना है. सो वन विभूति यू टेक स्थावराणाम हिमालय. सो द मच्चित्ताः, let the Himalayas be in our chitta. Madgata pranaha, let our devotion be there to the Himalayas as God. Bodhayanta parasparam, let people talk about each other about the Himalayas being Bhagwan's expression. And visit if possible, worship the mother, the great god Himalayan mountains. So in this way, every of the vibhuti can be used to do these six types of machitaha ityadi. And people can know, basing on this only, great spiritual poets have come. For example, a poet is given a theme of Himalayas as a god. Now we will describe the Himalayas. First, their snow-clad white glaciers and mountains. इस रूप में विराजमान हे भगवान, to you my salutations. Then it is you, O Lord, because of which the continuous perennial rivers are flowing and giving us the life. Is it not? And Lord, you are inspiring us to be as Swachha and Shweta and Dhavala like you. O Lord Himalayas, if you are not there, our life is empty. The calmness, quietness, serenity, peace which we derive when we are in your presence is immense. Now, what is happening here? Machitaha Madgata Prana happening on the Himalayas, which are expression of Bhagwan only, Bhagwan's Vibhuti. These great poets have written great poems on Aho Himavannagam Bharatavaniketalamanikamu. Such a great Himalayas, which are like the Sartaj, the Mukut, the head for the entire Bharat Mata. I'm telling one, Stavaranam Himalaya. So to Ashwatha Sarvarukshanam, I told you, poetically, Ho Vruksharaja, at your Mula is Brahma, Madhya is Vishnu, Upar is Bhagavan Shiva. It is because of you, the shade, shadow, water, what do you call the oxygen, they come. So many pakshis take shelter on you. You inspire us to be selfless. So in this way, Vibhuti Upasana is taking one particular expression of God and taking it as God and using all our faculties to praise it, to do the worship of it, to do namaskar, etc. All in all, This is Bhagavan only. That thought should be deeply entered in us. Because I told you the four expressions of Bhagavan, if you remember, one expression of Bhagavan is the Nirguna Nirakara Sachidananda Brahma. Okay? That is in our own heart, our own self. That is ultimate. Second is what? Same Bhagavan is there if it is Narayana in his own Vishnu Loka, Vaikuntha Loka. Third Bhagavan is the one whom we worship when he comes and gives us darshana in our own idols and temples. Fourth is in the Jagat Rupa. Now, in the Jagat, seeing the objects and all, by having the wrong relation with them, not only we are forgetting the God, we are wrongly behaving, therefore we are getting sufferings. Therefore, in the Jagat, if we can see the God, our maximum problems are gone. When you do keep on doing, that joy of taking the world as God starts manifesting. After that, you will not see the world as any object of enjoyment. The training we have to give to the mind, which is wrongly trained, of seeing the world in the God and taking the world to be the object of enjoyment. And enjoyment is there only in the objects, that nonsense we have, and also only when we indulge in them. These are all habitual murkhata. Like by habit, somebody is enjoying smoking. It's a habitual murkhata. Otherwise, in that smoking, nothing but destroying the body, money, and all the atmosphere. वही तो है उसमें. I say, how many lakhs of bad habits are there which give joy because of habit, but basically they are bad. So many are there. In the same way, looking at the God and calling it as a world has become a bad habit. And seeing the world as not God, therefore not to serve, but to take the world as the object of enjoyment, that negative thought has come. And that is what is being spread. Everybody received it. So nobody looks the world as God and worships it. Everybody is looking at the world as object of enjoyment, and they try to possess it, acquire, aggrandize, indulge, embrace, and all nonsense. And this being delusion, it never ends. Because the basic thought that what I am thinking is wrong, that we are not dropping. When you don't drop the basic misunderstanding, the subsequent misunderstandings can never go. You understood? This is how the philosophy, Vedanta, takes us to the root level. And the root level, it corrects us. What you are saying is God only, my dear. To the God, you have to serve and worship. This is a pure joy. This is a real joy. It's a blemishless joy. In this, only promotions, benefits, punya are there. No demotions or losses or the papa are there. In that way, the Shastra guides us. Okay? So, in this way, we are trying to do the worship of Bhagavan in so many vibhutis that are given by Bhagavan on asking by Arjuna and through Arjuna to all of us. So, before we realize everything as God, in some specific places, as specially mentioned by the God, we do the practice that among these things, this is Bhagavan. And again, told you million times, what is the authority? Authority is in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan Krishna himself told, and in the Upanishads, when it is said, Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma, when everything is divine, therefore this has to be divine. The main crux of the point what you have to catch is in our impressions and in our intellects, this is God. Those positive impressions, those positive habits have to enter. One place you start. Like when you go to a temple, the compound wall is there, the interior walls are there, the temple walls are there, and inner sanctorium again there are walls around. There is so much of flooring, and in between the sanctum there is one idol. Now all are stones. Compound wall is stone. The outer circumference of the temple is stone. The entire inner गर्भगृह is stone. नीचे जो है जिस पे हम पैदल चल रहे हैं वो भी stone है. And the one who is there, we are worshipping God, he is also stone. What made it different? It's only our inner attitude. That devotion we have practiced, that is not stone, that Bhagavan, Vishnu or Shiva, whichever we have taken. Understood? We worship him. In the same way, everything in the world is Bhagavan finally. And we are only here to worship God. In that only moksha from wrong notions, moksha from wrong habits. You understood? Liberation is from what? From bondage. Bondage is of what? Misunderstanding and wrongdoings. Is it not? Like, let us take a disease has come. When you take the medicine, the disease goes away. This is not moksha. When the disease has come, why the disease has come? Eliminating that karana is the real moksha. Medicine does that job. But why that karana came? I have neglected. If I have not neglected, I was careful, that cause would have never been there. Its effect of disease would have not been there. तो रूट लेवल में जाकर कॉज को एलिमिनेट करने को रियल लिबरेशन फ्रॉम द डिसीज जैसे कहते हैं. सो टू इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस इंडिविजुअली that problem samasya bandhanam is there. I am not working hard, I am not developing skills or talents, therefore I am suffering. Therefore develop the skills. As a human being, you are a human, any skill you can say develop in the world, you have to work hard for that, then employ those skills, then your economy will stand. So go to the root and solve it, then the moksha from that problem. In the same way, totally dekha jaye, you, me, everything is divine. After that, I am in this world only to worship the God in the form of world and you. Respect the God, revere the God. In worship, respect, reverence, it's only giving, giving, giving. In non worshipping, non respect, not reverence, it is only taking, taking, taking. Wherever the thought of taking is there, that creates all problems. Wherever the thought of giving is there, that dissolves all problems. That change in attitude. Even am I taking the food also is for my survival, so that I give my services to the God and nation and dharma. This deep attitude when it comes. Now, what can bind you? What binds us is our own wrong notions. When you have got the right knowledge, right perspective, how can anything bind? Think about it. You being youngsters, start thinking, not worrying. Start contemplating on these truths, not on some other useless fellow, other useless enjoyments of the world. Then that becomes a habit. You will be habitually worrying person of worldly thing. If you start thinking from now, you'll become habitually a thinker, a contemplator. A person of contemplation, you will be revealed with sublime life truths. Like for the scientists, the science rules are revealed, or the worldly world secrets are revealed to him. For you, the spiritual or the life principle, life related principles and secrets are revealed. How to live life has to be lived for its success. What exactly success is, what is the fulfillment, ये सारे दिमाग लगा के सोचना शुरू करने से एक एक बात पल्ले बढ़ता है. That's the real evolution. We have to get it. Okay. For the time being now, what list of vibhutis Bhagavan is giving, considering them as Bhagavan, we just do whatever the due upasana told to be done to that. तो ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड. श्री भगवान वाच अहमात्मा गुणाकेश सर्वभूताशय स्थितः अहमादिश्च मध्यम च भूतानामन्त एव च आदित्यानामहं विष्णुः ज्योतिषां रविरंशुमान् मरीचिर्मरुतामस्मि नक्षत्राणामहं शशि वेदानां सामवेदोऽस्मि देवानामस्मि वासवः इन्द्रियाणां मनश्चास्मि भूतानामस्मि चेतना. देन रुद्राणां शङ्करश्चास्मि वित्तेषो यक्षरक्षसां वसूनां पावकश्चास्मि मेरुशिखरिणामहं पुरोदशां च मुख्यं मां विधि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः अश्वत्थसर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः. 19 vibhutis we have said. Today we will do the second line of this 26th mantra, then 27 and 28. Let us chant these three two times. Let us understand few of the vibhutis, and don't stop at the understanding level. As much as possible in the mind, develop the attitude of devotion to these vibhutis, accepting them to be the God, with faith on the Shastra, with the faith on the speaker, the giver, the Guru, the Krishna himself. भगवान ने कहा, उनके ऊपर भरोसा श्रद्धा करके ये भगवान है ऐसा मानो, फिर स्टार्ट वर्शिपिंग और रेस्पेक्टिंग इट. Two things will happen. The negative attitude which we have towards that and we're doing wrong, that goes away. Second, it being actually the divine, Divine will express to us, divine will reveal to us. Like Prahlada's case, everything is God, he said. Then the father said, is this pole also God? Ah, yes, yes, he said. Then from the pole, the God came. Which God came was required at that time. We'll have to be very ferocious. We'll have to, while fulfilling all the boons of Hiranyakashipu, he should be eliminated. भगवान हिरण्यकश्यप के वास्ते नरसिंह रूप में आए, और किसी के लिए और कोई रूप में आते हैं. भगवान का अपना कोई रूप नाम नहीं होता, जरूरत के अनुसार होते हैं, एक्सप्रेस होते हैं. बट एनी नंबर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशंस भगवान में हैव, बट दैट व्हिच इज एक्सप्रेसिंग एज सो मेनी फॉर्म्स इज विदाउट एनी फॉर्म. इट इज वन विदाउट सेकंड, इट इज सेम. These are all the secrets will reveal to you when you insist on wanting to study Shastras and understand those deeper things right now onwards. And in my opinion, there's no better way of spending your holidays, your pastime than studying our scriptures. No better way. All are secondary to this one. Because this is giving you the knowledge of the truth, knowledge of reality, knowledge of the divinity, knowledge of how to reach to the divine. how उससे बड़ा और क्या हो सकता है. You remaining the human being, given the time and the opportunities, same. Whether you do this or do any other thing, choice always is ours. Those who have chosen this, they have learned God, they have reached God through the practices. Those who have not chosen this, took the other path, they only were indulgent in the world and suffering. Like in your own class of 10th, 12th, the student, those who have studied thoroughly, they become civil servants. Those who are less learned, or they have become chartered accountants or at least doctors, lawyer, engineer. Those who have done not even that much study, somewhere they are doing the labor or clerk job. वो भी नहीं किया, वो बेरोजगार अभी भी धक्का खा रहा है. In the same way, those who are studying Shastra from youngster age, as they grow in age, all the deeper intricacies are understood. Then the life is no more a riddle, life is no more a problem or challenge. Life is a beautiful opportunity to express all the divinity as well as enjoy the all divinity that is already very much there. Now let us chant these three shlokas. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथ दशमोऽध्यायः विभूति योगः श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ षड्विंशतितमः श्लोकः ॐ अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः. नेक्स्ट. उच्चैः श्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माम् अमृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्. उच्चैः श्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माम् अमृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्. 28. आयुधानाम् अहं वज्रं धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः. आयुधानामहं विष्णुः आयुधानामहं वज्रं धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्वाणामस्मि वासुकिः. Beautiful vibhutis they are. Now there is no argument here, there is no logic or any fighting. Bhagwan Krishna says I am everything and I am expressing myself as this is vibhutis. Through their practice you reach to me. है कि ना. क्योंकि जगह पे ना ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लड़ाना, दिल से काम करना है, जो करना है वो करना है. Yesterday that opposition fellow when he said आज मैं दिल से बात करूंगा दिमाग से नहीं, then from the ruling government what an answer came कि the country knows what is दिमाग so far, अब दिल भी क्या है पता चले. I know, I am sure you are knowing what I am referring to. So anyway, here sometimes just to have to do them and develop the devotion. It's God. And with faith, innocence, when you do, God gets revealed here. This is how the simple people got divinity, and the intelligent thinking people complicated their lives. Na Bhagwan mile, na dunya mili, na man mila, na man shanti mila, bas mitti mein mil gaye. Think about it. Simple, innocent, practice what is said in Gita. Be blessed by the God with all outer inner prosperity and happiness. Also have the divine understanding of God, vision of the God, oneness with the God. मजा आएगा उस जिंदगी में ऐसा लाइफ को ना drop getting complicated by the mischief of the mind and by the misguidance of the nastikas, the materialistic fellows, the bhautikavadi, though unnecessarily more brood over than contemplate on the basis of shastra. ऐसे बेवकूफों को छोड़ दो, they are all blind, leading you the blind, both will fall in ditch only. Instead, our Lord Krishna, He is giving us in the Gita all beautiful practices to be done. Do it and be blessed by Him, as I said just now, for outer success, inner peace, innermost revelation of the truth. Must stick to this. बोल दिया हमने, चॉइस तुम्हारा है. जिसने किया वो जल्दी पहुंच गया, जो नहीं किया वो अटकते भटकते लटकते सटकते झटकते अब यही ये भीख मांगता रहेगा. He'll be only in this world as a Bhikamanga, begging for Sukha Bhoga only from the worldly nonsense things. Now, yesterday we saw Ashwatthah Sarva Vrukshanam. Lakhs and lakhs of plants and trees are there. Among them come to the people family or fig tree family trees. Among them also so many come to Ashwatha and just drop all other things from the mind. Now, as Bhagavan is said, therefore, this Ashwatha is Bhagavan's only vibhuti or expression. So, towards all trees, you have a different view of your own choice. But when you see the Ashwatha, you change your attitude to be the Lord Himself. Therefore, do namaskar, do respect, do protect. What will happen with that? Nothing will happen to the tree. Your mind will change to see at least at one place the divinity, because of which we develop the attitude of respect and reverence. Not like दूसरा पेड़ है तो काट दोगे फटाक से, उससे फिर deforestation. But you practice Ashwatha to be the God, you will not practice, you will not break it. You know that video you have seen 4 5 years back during Ganapati Utsava. So at home, Ganapati was put by that family. The child was every day given the training ki ye Ganapati hai, Ganapati hai. He went on doing Om Ganapati Namaha and chants Moga. On the 9th day when the Ganapati had to be removed, he started crying ki you can't take my Ganapati, that's all. For him it has become a habit that he हमारे भगवान है. अब those parents have not done the immersion of Ganapati, रख दिया. How beautiful is that life, you know. He is respecting it now in the same way. Develop respect and reverence to the world by taking it as divinity. Don't insult the world or the God, taking it as world, that too for our own enjoyment. Please remember, there is no enjoyable object in this world. Everything is worshipful, respectful, reverential, and through that you don't get enjoyment, but you get joy. The pure joy of divinity, joy of devotion, the joy of reverence, respect, worship, service. ये भी आनंद है. I told you yesterday how mother enjoys giving to the children, not eating. She again enjoys respecting the in-laws or parents. It's not only in having the objects for enjoyment that we get enjoy, there is a joy also a higher and greater. Discovering the purer and greater joy in worship and devotion and surrender is called spiritual maturity. Even having gone to temple, there also looking for the enjoyment in the form of prasada, bhoga, that is a worst of the mind. That's all. With immaturity, wrongly trained mind. With maturity of Gita Jnanam, rightly training the mind. This is the only thing we have to understand in spirituality. Train your mind. So Ashwattaha Sarva Rukshanam. Second, Devarshinam cha Naradaha. Among all the Devarishis, Sri Narad ji is a Sakshat Bhagavan's expression. Therefore, Om Sri Narada Maharshaya Namaha, 10 11 times you can say, Oh Lord, you only expressing as Naradji, O Naradji, as much bhakti you have, as much Jnana you have, as much gatram, the ability to sing you have. Please bless me with all of that, so that I also revel in my devotion to God, in the spreading of devotion everywhere. There is a great fulfillment in that. कोई पैसे कमाकर उसमें खुश होते हैं, कोई पावर कमाकर उसमें खुश होते हैं, कोई लोग वस्तुओं में होते हैं. दे आर ऑल द्रव्य प्रधान लोग. Those who are becoming powerful and ruling the country, they are happy, they are kriya pradhana. And those are in loving, serving the world, in devotion, they are all jnana pradhana. So sukha you can find in anyone depending on your maturity. Dravyadi have tendency of making us lazy, making us slave. But jnanatmaka ananda is always elating and elevating us. थोड़ा सा सोच लेना इसके ऊपर आप. मैंने थोड़ा ऊपर ऊपर का सेंटेंस कह दी. Some other time I will explain that in detail. So second thing is over. Devarshinabha Narada. Third one is what? Gandharvanam Chitraratha. So the Chitraratha namaka Gandharva, Gandharvon ka Raja hai wo. It is Bhagwan's expression only. As I told yesterday, that Chitraratha Gandharva only gave that Arjun ke liye, that chariot and great horses and the Gandiva Dhanu, few more things, with which Arjuna used a lot, especially in the Kurukshetra war. So this indicates to us that there is a Gandharva Loka, there are Gandharvas are there, and there is a Raja for them, and it is Chitraratha. Gandharva Loka is mainly of dance, music, arts, along with Shiva Upasana. Gandharva Loka में Shiva Upasana बहुत होता है. From there only some of them, out of their choice, come onto the earth to live here 20, 40, 60 years and go on entertaining the people through the singing. है ना? Dance and singing. And among them, those who are spiritual oriented, they do the spiritual singing, spiritual dances exclusively. कितने हैं भारतवर्ष में, भारत माता में स्पिरिचुअल भजन कीर्तन करके लाखों करोड़ों को आनंद दे रहे. There are some Gandharvas have come here as human, forgotten they are. Once this life is over, they go. There are others who entertain in the film and music. They are also Gandharva, but the subject taken by them is something not very noble. Some songs of the worldly nature and tempting in desires, that's what they do. Like any profession, the doctor, very noble doctor wanting to cure every patient without taking much money also is there. The another doctor, even patient मर भी जाए, I must get my money, ऐसे भी है. So I'm just telling you, all these musicians, instrumentalists, vocalists, they're all the part of Gandharva. Otherwise, for you and me, गाना गाओ बोले तो भाग जाएंगे लोग. We can be used for dispelling the crowd in Manipur. इसको ले जाके गाना करवाओ, सब भाग जाएंगे. Everybody cannot sing. Some by nature, some children you see, आजकल आप इतने सारे बच्चों के शोज कॉम्पिटिशन्स करते हो. 3-4 साल का लड़का क्या गाई जा रहा है लड़की. They are Gandharvas. They have some human tendencies to go through. They're all very sublime, very many things are there in it. But this Gandharva Loka, there are Gandharvas, there Chitrata is Raja. In that Rupa, Bhagavan only is there. These things are familiar to Arjuna, because Arjuna during his brother's Rajasuya Yaga, he went to all worlds. He has gone and spent 5 years in Swarga only. 5 years during his Vanavas. That time only 4 Pandavas and Draupadi was there. 5 saal. And Arjuna goes and stays in Swarga, and lot of things he learns from Indra, including the dance and all, which he teaches again at the Ajnatavasa to that Uttara, the Virat Raja's daughter. Read Mahabharata, सब पता चलेगा. So for him, when he says Gandharva mein Chitrat ho, it is easy for him to accept because he made Chitraratha. Chitraratha gave him that Ratha and all. I told you, no? इसका नाम ही चित्ररथ है, इसलिए he has got lot of चित्र with Ratha. One Ratha he gave it to Arjuna. प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है ना, हाउ कैन इट बी लॉर्ड ब्रह्मा बी नारायण, हाउ कैन नारायण बी कृष्ण, हाउ कैन नारायण बी चित्ररथ. अरे इट्स नॉट a question of it is accepted, to be accepted, that's all. What do you do when the water is heated, it becomes a water vapor? When it is condensed again, it becomes water. When it is frozen, it becomes ice. I can't accept, I don't believe it. How come the H2O can be in the liquid and water, and water, liquid and gaseous and solid form? अरे तुम्हारे आश्चर्य करने से कुछ नहीं होता, वो 3 फॉर्म में है, यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट, दैट्स ऑल, एंड यूज इट एज यू वांट, एज इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. No, what are you questioning? Do you question? There's nothing to question in this world like that. In the same way, the Lord is as Parabrahma, he is as Mahavishnu, he is as Krishna, he alone is Chitrartha. You have to accept, that's what is told. Just because I don't know, I don't want to believe it, you are at loss. हमारे छोटे दिमाग को सब समझ में आने की जरूरत नहीं है. दिल से स्वीकार करो, स्पेशली स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स टू बिगिन विथ. Thereafter, you will have a discrimination as to subtle discrimination, which can be logically understood, which can be faithfully accepted. That's it. कुछ लॉजिक से समझ में आते हैं, कोई फेथ से स्वीकारित होते हैं. The life is solved of all problems. गंधर्वाणाम चित्रत हो गया. Now the fourth one in this shloka is सिद्धानाम कपिलो मुनिः. Among all the Siddha Purushas, Siddha Purusha means the two ways of Siddhas are there. One, after taking birth as a human, through various tapasyas, upasanas, all they reach to their siddhis. Again, the siddhis are three types. The yoga siddhis are there, the bhakti siddhis are there, the jnana siddhi is there. Through 10 year, 20 year, 30 year, 40 year, doing variety of those related sadhanas, staying in a secluded place, unknown to everyone or anyone, they will do and achieve. Another type of siddhar, by birth they are. What is the siddhi there? Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Tejaha, Vairagya, all of them are fully there. Right from the birth, they are called Siddha. They are all called Karaka Purushas in technical language. The masters who come here, the God's expression to uplift the people. So among those Siddhas, Kapilaha Munihi. The great Kapila is Bhagwan Narayana's one of the avatara again. In Bhagavatam, the first avatara is in that Varaha, second avatara told is that of Kapila Muni only. Not in the sequence, but in the text. So, it is Kapila Deva Muni, is Kardama and Devahuti. Kardama Rishi and Devahuti, to them Bhagwan Narayana comes as Kapila. He gives that Sankhya and Yoga Darshana together. Sankhya is about the Lord Purusha, Yoga is about the Prakriti, the matter. How the matter Prakriti has to be controlled and transcended, that is a Yoga Marga. How the Purusha, the self, is known, that is Sankhya. Together he gave. Later on, that is made into two branches. Two great saints have developed. But the Kapila Muni is Bhagwan only. Kapila Ashrama is there in our Ganga Sagar, Kolkata. And he, Kapila Muni, he taught the entire Jnanam to his mother Devahuti. That's in Bhagavatam 3rd Skanda from around 18 to 26 or 27 chapters. 7-8 chapter mein Bhakti, Karma, Yoga and all the Jnana Marga, everything he teaches. Kapila Sankhya is wonderful. Kabhi padh lo aap. Listen, it may be on the YouTube. I don't know whether I have to upload it. Audio mein to hoga. 3rd Skanda, or I will do it again. So this way, the Kapila Bhagwan is avatara. Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. I am that. Om Shri Kapila Maharshi Namaha. 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 Remember him, nice blessings from him come. So in that form, Narayana. So these people being familiar to Arjuna, it is easy for him. We have traveled 5,000 years in time after that Krishna and Arjuna. There were many are unknown to us, therefore it appears to be new to us, unfamiliar to us. It is natural. But some are at least obvious and understandable, like the Himalaya Parvatas, they are there. Now they were there that time. तो उस विभूति को select करो उपासना करने के लिए. Whichever are okay for you, you select them. Clear? Like the अश्वत्थ वृक्ष तो हमेशा होता है. So जहां जहां पकड़ सकते हो उसको पकड़ो. ओंकार तो anybody can do. जप यज्ञ can be done. Taking it as God in that way. Okay, now come to 27th shloka. In this also 1, 2, 3 vibhutis are told. First one is what? Uchchai shravasam ashvanam viddhimam amrutodbhavam. Uchchaihi Shravasa is the name of a divine horse. It came out of the churning of the milky ocean by Devatas and Rakshasas when they wanted to get the nectar, the Amrita from it. When consumed, they both live eternally. They no need to kill each other or fight with each other. So that Amrita Mathana Kalame, that Uchchai Shravasa Ashwa came. And that Ashwa was asked by the Rakshasas party, Bali Chakravarti. So भगवान ने कहा ले लो. देवर समझौता है ना, एक चीज आती है वो लोग मांगते हैं, एक ये मांगते हैं, इस तरह से they went on sharing just before the two things. Final is Amritam, before that is the Visham. Actually, first Visham comes, that is given to Lord Shiva. Then so many consumable things come. Each one are shared by some by Rakshasa, some by Devatas. Two things are taken by Lord Krishna, Vishnu. One he takes, another, the other one is Kaustubamani, he takes it. Lakshmi Devi comes, she says, or she takes the Varmala, puts in Lord Vishnu only. Like that, so many things come. The Chandamama also comes, he goes into the sky. The Kamadhenu comes, it is taken by the Vasishta Rishi. So here, Uchchaihi Shravasa is the horse. It is taken by the Rakshasas for their use. That Uchchai Shravasa is, Bhagavan says, मैं ही हूँ among all the horses. So in today's world, there are hundreds of घोड़ों के जाति हैं. You know, you go for that horse race, not horse trading. How many type of big horses? सिंधु देश के जो horse है, सबसे बड़ा फेमस, इसलिए सैंधव बोलते हैं उसको. सैंधव अश्व. Huge and very powerful, very swift and all. Saindhava Ashwa. Bhagavan Krishna had his 4 horses are from that only. Shaibya, Balahaka, and the other 2 names are there. So Ghosh and something. So Ashwatthahas, Uchchai Shravasam Ashwanam, I am. Later on, every Ashwa, everything is Bhagavan's expression. Because without the Bhagavan, the pure existence, none of the things can be alive or be there. Therefore, everything has to be alive in Bhagavan only. So among the घोड़े उच्चेश्वर भगवान उसको नमस्कार करो. हो गया. Second one is Airavatam Gajendranam. Among so many of the elephants also are there. Then one Iravati Jati elephant called Airavatam, which also came from Kshirasagaram. उसको इंद्र ने कहा भाई तुमने घोड़ा ले ली, मेरे को हाथी दे दो. So that white elephant called Airavatam, which is the elephant of Indra, it is expression of Bhagavan. And don't say, how come Indra is sitting on Bhagavan? He is sitting on not Bhagavan, on the elephant. It is for Indra, it is elephant, a Vahanam. But for us, the Upasakas, the Airavata is Bhagavan's Vahana. So then you can ask a question. Swami, by doing a lot of yajna, if I become Indra, what should I do? Should I board the Airavatam or not? When you become Indra, you will forget this Upasana, you will sit only. You are a human being now. From here, directly bypassing all that, wanting to see divine everything. To you, this Vibhuti is told, ki among all elephants, take me as Airavatam. Take Airavatam as me, not me as Avaratam. Take Uchchaishravasa Ghoda as me and do the Vibhuti Upasana. So wherever you see Airavata, just do salutation to it. Oh Lord, you are in this form, became the Vahana to Indra, boarding on which Indra went and eliminated lot of the Rakshasas. And Bhagavan is not like you and I as hesitant to express in any form. No, whatever the way it is required, he will express. Matsya, Kurva, Varaha, they are all animals only. Bhagavan has no doubt to express even as animals when it is required. Bhagavan expresses all the anaj for us to eat. He doesn't feel bad. अरे मैं तो खाना बन के जाऊंगा तो लोग मेरे को चबाएंगे दबाएंगे. अरे चबाने दो, so what? I am everyone. I can express as any form. He only appears as our Anna also. By the way, these are all higher things will open up to you as you are continuously listening these Shastras. Started this life with Geetha. Continue any number of lives. Make a sankalpa. इस जिंदगी में हर दिन शास्त्र सुनूंगा पढ़ूंगा. अगले जितने भी जन्म हो पढ़ना, शास्त्र सुनना, समझना, साधना करना, उसी का प्रचार करना, apart from along with your any other duties, professional or your own hobbies. ठीक है? No, Airavatam Gajendranam. And the last one, Naranam cha Naradhipam. Among all the human beings, I am the king. Therefore, anywhere any king is there, in him the Lord Vishnu's Amsha is there. Therefore, you have to salute him. And that king Jiva, if he has got with lot of negativities, then he will express that. That is his and our prarabdha. And if you are really devoted, a king in whom the Vishnu Amsha is, along with all good qualities, expresses more, that type of king we get. Like now present, the king for our country, prime minister, all selflessness, devotion to the nation. So yesterday you saw in the parliament that no confidence motion, how he has replied and answered, and the vision is totally different. Outside the answers to the questions raised, but inside only one thought: how to develop our Bharata Mata in economy, in defense, in technology, science, in every aspect of the among all the countries. What a vehement promise yesterday! By 2028, our country will be the third in the whole world, economically and otherwise too. Our continue karo, who knows we become on top also. So Raja is always Vishnu Swarup. Therefore, we have to salute him. No, when the corrupt rajas are there, in him the raja is Bhagavan, but the corrupt fellow is that particular jiva. That's why I'm saying if we are intelligent and rightly select a correct Lord Raja, through him Lord functions and takes care of all of us. But in general principle, Raja is the Bhagavan's expression. Whenever you talk about the Raja, always understand an ideal Raja whose only goal is to serve the subjects or Praja is understood. That is Vishnu Amsha. Now, in the Kala, especially Kali Yuga, everybody corrupt in his mind, therefore they become Gotale Wale, wo log ban rahe Raja. They are all in the infinite Kala, it is from Pax time, this type of nonsense happens. And yet, the Rajatva in him belongs to Vishnu, and that individuality becomes corrupt if it is so. If he is so. But the power is there where he commands everyone, that is Vishnu Amsha. And that commanding, if he does for negative work, then that is the Jiva who is negative Dushta Rakshas. Like Ravana, he is also Raja. In him the Raja Amsha is Paramatma. But in Raja के साथ साथ उसमें कोई दुष्टता है ना? Everybody should obey to me and suppressing all the Rishi Muni. That doesn't belong to Vishnu. That belongs to that Jiva Ravana. That's why when Ravana kills, the Vishnu Amsa kingliness goes to merge in Lord, the Ravana Asura, the Jiva, he dies. That's how it is. तो ये जितना हम समझ सकते समझो, नहीं तो छोड़ो, अभी बाद में होएगा. विभूतियां तो प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं ना. Among all the human beings, the one who is in the top post is भगवान का expression है. तो you need not to do पाद पूजा and माला डाल के, वो जहाँ जितना जरूरत है, but heart in heart, oh Lord, you are expressing as this king. Please see to it that this king take care of the whole country or the world in a better manner. Okay, this is our fourth vibhuti in this 27th shloka. 28th we chanted, but tomorrow we will see that. Thank you. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, in today's our second topic, it is our common sense thought. Mm. Mhm. In today's common sense thought, the mind's mischief of being extroverted and poking nose in every unwanted thing and thus inviting problems. Mind's mischief. Intellect should come and guide. That's the solution. What is the solution? To every individual who is possessing that mind has his own duties and responsibilities and goals to achieve. If the mind can mind all these things, that way if the intellect is trained, then the mind's mischief of poking in all the unwanted subjects of the world and inviting the problems, that goes away. Like I am there now as a Swami. So my mind can be mischievously putting me into 100 things which are unwanted, unrelated to me, and may bring problems to me. So my intellect should come into picture and tell the mind, oh mind, you are a Swami here. Your job is to study Geetha and tell the youngsters. The other time do other Shastra, Dhyanam and Adhyapanam and spend time in your own Dhyana. Mind your business. If this training is given to the mind, then its mischief of poking in every subject of the world which is not related to it and inviting the problem, that goes away. See that planets. Everyone moves in its own orbit and does what is to be done to the entire solar system as well as mutually. More than that, they don't unnecessarily poke their nose in anything else. It's only you and I, except doing what we are supposed to do, we involve in anything, especially the youngsters. और वो दो चार मिल गए गधे लोग, except talking nonsense about the other people, other things, they don't mind their own business. And they thus become the master of how to destroy their life. I'm talking about you only, Buddhu log. Mind your business. Your business at the time of study is study. At the time of profession is profession. At the time of serving the nation is that. At the time of taking care of the home is that. Remaining time for your own spiritual evolution. Anything other than these five is none of your business. चाहे दुनिया भाड़ में जाए. You look at everything, you want to know everything, you want to comment everything. These are all not a signs of healthy mind. More healthiest mind is that it is very alert. It knows what it has to do. The Lord sends to it. It like for me, Lord has sent me the Gita classes. I know I'm doing it. I'm alert about it. Like that, the other things. I'm none of the business in my mind to go and poke everywhere. So the mind's mischief of involving in unwanted matters or subjects. Like अड़ोस पड़ोस से लेकर अड़ोस पड़ोस को आपकी जरूरत है तो वो आएगा. आपको उसकी ज़रूरत है तो जाके हेल्प ले लो. अदर देन दिस टू, व्हाई यू वरी, व्हाई डू यू थिंक? 90% of our worries, broodies are about that which have no business. Like you're traveling in a bus. You just take your book, read it, or listen to music, or take the Lord's name, or enjoy the nature. Why do you look at others? Why do you comment? Is it required? But this negative habit is there. So do in the office. काम करो. जो काम together करना है team, you do it. But why you unnecessarily influence others? Why you get involved in others? That is what is giving all the dukkha, remember, in life. So mind's mischief of poking nose in every unwanted issue, thing and being and destroying itself. Give the training to it with the intellect to mind your business. That's it. Mind your business, everything else is none of your business. Thank you. This much is our today's one common sense thought. Now Saraswati Stotram is beautiful shloka. बहुत simple है ये. 12th वाला. He says कि हे सरस्वती माम पाही. Please protect me, nourish me, nurture me, take care of me with your these 8 vibhutis. देखो यहाँ भी विभूति आ गए. So the shloka is Lakshmir Medha Dhara Pushtihi Gauri Tushtihi Prabha Drutihi Etavihi Pahi Tanubihi Ashtavirmam Saraswati. Saraswati Mata expresses in these 8 forms. So by expressing through these 8 forms, each of the form has a specific blessings to give. Give me those blessings and Pahi. Pahi means protect me from falling down and help me to rise above. So Pahi, मेरा रक्षा करो. मेरा पालन पोषण करो. त्राही मीन्स रक्षा, पाही मीन्स पालन पोषण करो. ओके, वन इज लक्ष्मी ही. लक्ष्मी मीन्स ऑल द आउटर वेल्थ, संपदा कहते हैं. मेधा मीन्स व्हाट? द एबिलिटी टू रिमेंबर वॉट एवर द नॉलेज वी गेन्ड. Jnana is a knowledge. Smriti is memory of that knowledge. Medha is retaining of that memory or recollecting that memorized thing. We have seen once Dharana, ya Shraddha, Dharana, Medha. In Saraswati Stotram, I taught you. Shraddha is liking and single pointedness. Dharana is listening, understanding, and memorizing. Medha is recollecting, which is memorized. So, Medha ke roop mein, oh Mada, please make me recollect all the knowledge I gained in this life and earlier lives also. Lakshmi, Medha, then Dhara. Dhara is Bhumi and the support. Then comes Pushtihi. Pushti Devi ke roop mein Saraswati is there. That is Pushti is the contentment, not more than contentment. Pushti is the nourishment, let us call it as. So nourish me with knowledge. Then Gauri, the Gauravarna, the white color, the Swachhata, the Shvetata, the Shuddhata, the purity, the nature of immaculateness. Immaculate. Then Tushtihi, the contentment. The Prabha, the light to illuminate every of the issues, to solve it out. And Dhruti is the fortitude. So with these 8 gunas, oh Lakshmi, oh Mother Saraswati, bless me. And you and I, youngsters, when we are blessed by Saraswati Mata with these 8 things, She will do that when we worship her. Then our life becomes more and more rich, more and more, what do you say, productive and creative for ourselves and the world at large. So chant this mantra. Om Sri Maha Saraswati Matu Anugrahena etesham ashta sadgunanam praptyartham परब्रह्मानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम उपनिषदुक्त पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद भागवत माता सरस्वती देव्या दर्शन प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हैदव संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् कर्म निष्ठितानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम समस्त युवानां च संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति सनातन भक्ति माता पितृभक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जीवन से साफल्यार्थम श्री सरस्वती स्तोत्र अंतर्गत सरस्वती मातु श्लोकस्य पारायणं जपं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. स्टार्ट. ओम लक्ष्मीर्मेधा धरा पुष्टिः गौरी तुष्टिः प्रभा धृतिः एताभिः पाहि तनुभिः अष्टाभिर्मां सरस्वती. लक्ष्मीर्मेधा धरा पुष्टिः गौरी तुष्टिः प्रभा धृतिः एताभिः पाहि तनुभिः अष्टाभिर्मां सरस्वती. लक्ष्मीर्मेधा धरा पुष्टिः गौरी तुष्टिः प्रभा धृतिः एताभिः पाहि तनुभिः अष्टाभिर्मां सरस्वती. लक्ष्मीर्मेधा धरा पुष्टिः गौरी तुष्टिः प्रभा धृतिः एताभिः पाहि तनुभिः अष्टाभिर्मां सरस्वती. लक्ष्मीर्मेधा धरा पुष्टिः गौरी तुष्टिः प्रभा धृतिः एताभिः पाहि तनुभिः अष्टाभिर्मां सरस्वती. लक्ष्मीर्मेधा धरा पुष्टिः गौरी तुष्टिः प्रभा धृतिः एताभिः पाहि तनुभिः अष्टाभिर्मां सरस्वती. We have 3 more shlokas. We'll do them. Thank you. This is our Saraswati Stotram shloka. Common sense thought is mind's mischief, of poking everywhere. Train it with intellect, mind its business. Then in our Geetha, we have seen the 4 plus 2, 6 Vibhuthis today. गंधर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः उच्चैः श्रवसमश्वानां not 6-5 विद्धिमाम् अमृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्. Tomorrow we'll see Ayudhanam, Vajram, Dhirnavasmi, all of those things. Thank you, friends, for being here, and wish and pray the Gita Jnanam truly enters into us in its right perspective and understanding. Using this knowledge, may we mold our lives to be spiritually growing along with our being a contributor to the world through our professions and duties. Let every of you fully equipped with your duty knowledge and ability to perform duty, and the higher duty of really evolving spiritually. That is what is the purpose for which we are doing all these classes. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, see you tomorrow with next set of Vibhuthis.